Table Degenerates Podcast.
My name's Pat. I'm a bachelor, single man of the group. Love pop culture.
And flat earthers don't believe that. But even there, from their point of view, if you ask them to look out the window, it's going to be flat. It's not going to be no ball. So I'm saying somewhere along
so how are you
lines,
a flat earther if you believe that the space station
is science? I believe in actual science.
Well, I told my daughter that if in the event of a school shooting, what she needs to do is find a fat person and hide behind them.
Wait up.
I am actually losing weight, believe it or not, because I'm pretty much not eating.
Hey, this is William Hung, and you're listening to the Square Degenerate Table Podcast.
Smoke weed every day.
And we're back live.
Yep.
Welcome everybody.
Looks like
number one
Don's
live
out.
podcast. Don go. Don's not here. It's Friday. It's 9:30. It's time to party. I'm your excellent host, Joe. With to the right is Tom. What's up, Tom?
None. Let
To
me
the
get
right
centered
of
here because
Don.
I'm like, there you go.
Is Don coming back or what? There's Don. Don, can you hear us? How many phones you got on here, buddy? All right, there we go. Is that you, Don? Don, can you hear us, buddy? All right, we'll just ignore Don for now. Welcome, everybody, to the funeral show. Now, for those of you who don't know what we're all about here on the STD podcast, Square Table Degenerates Podcast, we're a general variety show on Friday nights here. We got 3 live viewers now. It's going awesome. Normally, we're from the garage, but since the quarantine environment, we've been here on this StreamYard thing. Don, you got to come back when you got some moving pictures, man. This is ridiculous. But today we're going to go into the funeral show, and there's been a lot of talk about death recently because of, just whatever. And, we've had, I think Don's back now. Don, you back, buddy? Can you hear us?
Yep, what's up?
How many phones you got?
Oh, there he goes. Okay, he's finally back. Welcome back, buddy. We got to get to the comments. Nobody's commented yet, but feel free to comment as you want. Now, the way this is going to work for the funeral show is we wrote a bunch of eulogies for each other and all kinds of other stuff. So we're going to go into some of that here in a moment. First off, let's see what we never really seen how did he Don fall over? What's up, buddy? Did he fall over? He got smacked in the head. Browns same. Well, yeah, the Browns are a funeral kind of, so it's kind of appropriate. That's why
that's
like this.
We even gonna have a season this year? Do you even know?
Well, I think so. Yeah, but I mean, the way this is trending,
Thank you.
everybody's social distancing.
Like
And all
one
these
family
other-
per section?
Right. I mean, it's like, well, I got 3 tickets, for example. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, I just take one person. I mean, even if you take 3 people, all the other seats are sold. Is there going to be like a premium on the seats? I have no idea what's going to go on.
I think they're still trying to figure it out, but it's going to be crazy trying to figure out all the different seating patterns. I mean, in the restaurants now, they're going through and putting up like shower curtains between booths.
We just went to, we were just at, not Red Round, what's the name? Canaries over there on Lorraine, or by Stearns. And there was an accident over there. So whoever was in that accident, if you're out there, hope you get better. But yeah, they were just, they had shower curtains in between the seats and everything else, man. So Don, buddy, well, how was your week, man? It looks like you shaved everything. What's up? Can you hear us?
I hear you fine. What's up?
Oh, I said, you looks like you shaved everything. What's going on, man?
That's what happened. No, it's in there. It's open. Thank you. It's that's what happens when you fuck up your goatee, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta go off.
You just like go up, and then gone.
No. What happened is I tried to shave around here and I went too far and ended up with a Hitler mustache, and I'm just walking around bald-headed with that shit on my face.
That's the wrong time of year for that.
It's the wrong time of everything for that ever.
I'd rather
man.
walk around looking like thumb for a few weeks than that shit.
All right, we got Pat joining us, everybody. I'll probably gotta get Gordon flowing here too. What's up, Pat? How you doing, buddy?
All right.
It's good, man. You bringing the cheese tonight or what? How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. Just got off work. Can anybody hear me?
All right, you guys speak up, man. I can't hear you.
All right, hold on. I got earbuds. Hold on.
Let me throw the phone down.
Right. For damn ridiculous. And we got a special guest, Joe Gorenflo, going to join us here today as soon as he gets back on the thing. But Pat, can you hear us now, buddy?
All right, say it one more time.
I said, can you hear us now?
Hi.
Yeah. Oh, that's much better.
I know I didn't have my earbuds on. What's up?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's
I was
everybody's
working.
weekend?
Good.
It was, it wasn't that bad, There's a little bit of normalcy, but not really. We're so they're shutting down the you probably heard about this. So they're shutting down the store tomorrow for an hour in the morning to talk about what's been going on in terms of
Well,
things
they're
that
doing,
have happened.
what I heard is they're doing an 8-minute and 46-second thing outside, right?
I heard they're saying. All I know is they're between 7 and 8. They're supposed to shut down the store in the morning, and for an hour. I assumed it was going to last an hour, maybe. And
No, they're not opening the store until 9 or 8 or whatever it is, but
8 o'clock.
there's gonna
But it's probably going to be. Yeah, it's probably going to be. It's probably going to be shorter than an hour, but. Yeah. So
they're having a moment of silence outside for George Floyd for 8 minutes and 46 seconds is what I heard.
Well, they're supposed to. Well, from what I've been told, they're supposed to talk about what's been going on. That I don't know if we're supposed to have a speaker or who's going to talk.
Oh, like a diversity training thing. Okay.
Yeah, like a cultural sensitivity type thing. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's not necessarily that bad. I mean, it depends who's going to come out. And I heard there's rumors of a protest tomorrow downtown.
Yeah.
But,
is there?
That's what I heard too.
I read in the thing they said in their instruction sheet I saw. I mean, it looked pretty official. I mean, it was pretty professional. But it said bring milk. And then the one guy asked why you bring milk. I guess milk helps with the tear gas. If getting your eyes easy flush out, maybe is that true?
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, unless people like bring milk Saturday morning and they're out there Saturday night and just tossing like cheese curds at each other. It's all curdled.
Oh, the smell of that! Just thinking of the smell of that old milk is just making me.
And then just the streets are just full of curdled milk.
But this is this is uncharted territory, really. It's just like I've been used to like the training videos we have are just like basic customer service training and whatnot. Now we have this cultural sensitivity. We have an active shooting video we're supposed to watch. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy world we're living in right now.
Yeah, they haven't really done anything to Walmart, to GE. But Walmart, I know,
right.
Target has been targeted in other states.
Yeah.
It's ultimately.
So what's up with the Starbucks this morning, dude? Like this morning at 8 o'clock, supposedly they had a thing where you couldn't wear any Black Lives Matter paraphernalia on your uniform at all. And then by lunchtime, everybody complained and they changed it by lunchtime. And now they're allowed to.
Well,
there's a lot of things this week, man.
Well, stuff happens so fast. You've got these corporate executives that don't want to basically don't want riots in their stores or people going against their stores. Or people complaining. So they take it down. Then it hits social media, and then social media blows up. And then they're like, okay, now you can wear it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's social guilt. A lot of corporations are just jumping on the bandwagon. Which I mean, if you look at corporations, their bottom line does depend on the black dollar, and if the black dollar and people who associate with the black dollar, people who are cool with black people don't buy your shit, you're not going to be in business for much long. So you kind of have to reciprocate in today's environment.
I've never heard the term black dollar before.
But black dollar, well, there's a black. I mean, black people are very, by and large, we can't stereotype, but I mean, they usually spend the money on. They spend a lot of money if it's a good black-owned business. I mean, like, look at Puff Daddy's vodka, BET, shit like that. Has very, very generalistic stuff there. But I mean, by and large, if you got a successful black-owned business and you're marketing towards black people, you're gonna blow up in this country. Usually, you're gonna get pretty good, man. That's just my experience. I don't know. So what's up, Don? Can you hear us now?
Hi, Don.
Did you turn on the Wi-Fi? All right. Well, Don is joining the show. So, like I said earlier, we're getting into the funeral show here. We got a list of stuff we're gonna do.
But I know it ain't the Wi-Fi this time.
All right.
Hey,
go ahead, Pat. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, was Cedar Point on the agenda? Talking about Cedar Point.
We can talk about Cedar Point right now. Are you in favor or not in favor of the masking?
See, when it comes to that though, I mean it's an outdoor area, and I didn't think it was required to wear masks in an outdoor area. You know what I mean? I just didn't think it was I didn't think it was absolutely necessary to wear a mask on the whole time.
See, I figure that some of these companies like Cedar Point, their best case scenario, best for their business would probably be employees have to wear it.
It's two different.
It's optional for customers. And if you go there, you know the rules that employees will wear it, customers have the choice. And basically,
plus, I was just envisioning all the littered masks all around the park, from falling off their eyes to just ignorant people just throwing them down. They got a lot of work on their hands. So
I didn't even think. I was just thinking about like being in line and walking around the park. I didn't even think about like being on the rides if they would require it to be on. You know,
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
They're definitely going to fly off.
I guess it makes sense with the reservations, especially if they're going to abide by the 6 feet rule, because it's going to be hard to abide by the 6 feet rule when you're waiting in those freaking long lines.
Yeah.
And then the temperature check, I guess, I don't know.
Well, the temperature
I guess
check
they're trying to play it safe, but the mask.
But if you're going to check everybody's temperature going in, that doesn't make any sense.
I think that's just an easy.
You have to have temperature checked before you can enter a place.
Yeah.
I think the coworker. I mean, I think the employees should get their temperature check at the very least, but checking everybody's temperature.
Well, see, now they have the infrared guns where they just do the infrared on your forehead. Super easy, non-invasive. It takes half a second, and then they can at least if there is a breakout and it gets traced back to your business, they could at least said we did our due diligence and checked everybody. I think a lot of the stuff too for businesses is a liability thing, so they can say at least we did these things. If there's an outbreak, we don't blame us.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is, dude, it's so arbitrary. First off, they did a study in Wuhan, China. 7,300 cases of the coronavirus were found out to be out. Only one was found out to be contained through outdoor transmission. Mayo's in the house. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
His little fried Kentucky Fried Chicken tonight. What's going on with that?
My fucking.
Would you just wake up?
No, I smoked.
Did you just wake up? Were you held captive and were you one of the captives in Don basement? Did he just let you out and you just seeing sunlight for the first time in
I don't know what's
48 hours or what's going on?
I don't know what's wrong with you.
You got slapped in the head by somebody. That's awesome.
I'm about to smoke. It took long because my laptop slow as fuck, and then I had to roll his blood. It was just too much.
you got to yell, man. You got to yell. I can barely hear you. This is max volume here.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me turn it up.
I turned it up all the way I can.
Hey, the shitty ass phone, the shitty ass phone in a weird background is my gimmick, Mayo. You gotta find your own gimmick. Find your own gimmick, Mayo. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. You just got to yell. You got to yell as loud as you can. That way we can hear you the best. So what we're doing today, guys, is we're doing a funeral show. Basically, we're as if we died right now. Boom. We're gonna eulogize each other. All the food we would have had, everything. So we got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Now we were supposed to dress up in the clothes we were buried in, where we wanted to be buried in, and nobody else did fucking show prep. So I'll describe what I was buried in. I figured.
Well, we have to pick a certain day and time to do the show prep.
I gave you the fucking list. You got to fucking do the show prep.
Coordinate. Okay. From now on, just private message me because your things get lost soon.
I was never told that homework was involved in this.
Seriously, he says show prep. He doesn't do anything about it. He doesn't coordinate it.
You just got to pay attention to the fucking thing so we can have a show. Regardless, I was dressed up in brown stuff because I originally thought I would be buried in my military uniform, but then I thought, you know what? My kids are going to want to enjoy that later in life and my grandkids, etc. So I figured I'd probably be just buried in the most recent Browns stuff. So I got my Baker jersey and my favorite Browns hat. What would you be buried in, Tom, if you were to be buried in some clothes?
Oh, probably my military uniform.
Military,
it'll go with me, you know. By that time, because I already got it.
Joe, wouldn't you want to be buried in your military uniform, Joe?
Well, my family wouldn't want to enjoy it. They would want to have my coat.
Well, it's the Air Force uniform. Basically, it's just a suit, anyways. It doesn't mean anything.
Right. It's not like that.
I thought it was It's significant. It's significant, isn't it?
Well, if you look at the Marine dress uniform, look at the full Marine dress uniform with the the sword and the hat and the cool blue pants, and you look at the Air Force uniform, it looks like a bus driver. And you see why an airman wouldn't want to be buried in it, and a Marine would.
That's right.
Let's just call a fucking spade a spade. It's a fucking shit uniform. It really is. Now, Mayo, can you still hear us, buddy?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, Mayo, below me. Hey, what would you be buried in, bro?
I don't know, man. Honestly, shit, just what I wear every day. Shit, my black tee with my basketball shorts and my flip flops with the socks. All right,
they're just gonna bring him whatever he's wearing right there and just push him into the fucking thing. And I put makeup on it.
I don't want to get buried. I want them to cook my ass, like cremate me.
They're gonna cremate you. All right, we got somebody joining us. I think it's Don back. Let's see. See if Don can actually get an internet connection. All right, can you hear us, Don?
Don's 3 frames a minute.
Yes, I reconnected. I hope you can hear me.
This black shirt. I don't know if you can see it. But this is my favorite shirt. That's why I'll be wearing it.
Actually talk, not just rebuffer all the time.
True, but if you had a fucking decent air connection, like I told you last week in the fucking show prep session, they would have had it. But somebody doesn't like to fucking listen, which is everybody.
I know the internet's good here. It's your internet.
I upgraded my internet, son. It's fucking 25 times powerful than it was.
My internet's bomb. It ain't me. I look good.
That's true. He does look good. All right. So what we did, I wrote some eulogies. We'll get into that in a moment. But first, we're gonna share some beers or share whatever you're drinking. If it's Buds and all that. We're gonna share something with our friends that died, our old friends. You know what I mean? So we're gonna drink with our old friends here. Hold on, let me figure out how to do this. No, that's not it. Maybe this? No, this one. I gotta add my screen here. Hold on. Add the screen. There we go. All right, this is Clint Garrison. Clint died last year, I think. 19 or 18, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he grew up with me over there on the west side. And he was a good dude. I liked the guy. So raise it up for Clint Garrison. None of you guys know him, but he was my buddy. Good dude. Smoke up or fucking drink or whatever if you got it. Oh, we got some comments. Hold on. Oh, there's Jason or Lep TV's in the house. What's up, buddy? I do have AC in the house, man. Fucking finally got AC. If anybody knew Clint who's watching, raise up and let us know your thoughts on the guy. All right, we'll move to my next buddy here. Dan Powers is a guy I serve with. He died in 2017 at the VA hospital. I was in Seattle.
No, in studio.
When he passed away, I got the news. It was kind of sad. I mean, we knew he was in the hospital for a little bit, but he was going back, man. That was my dude.
What
so raising up for Dan Powers. He was a staff sergeant when he died. Well, he was a staff sergeant when he got out, and then he died after he got out.
He's a young guy looking.
Yeah, he was only shit. Well, however old I am, he's 1 year younger than that, and then 3 years ago. So I don't think he hit 40. I think he was like 39.
I was gonna say he looks 40.
RJ, I want Cleveland Browns players to be pallbearers at my funeral so I can let you down one last time. 2008 call, RJ. They want their joke. They want their recycled joke back. All right, Don, you got to explain this guy. Who's this guy? Don, can you hear us? Why even have a show?
What is Don doing?
This is one of Don's friends that passed. We'll come back to that. All right, this is my buddy Jason Burrow. Everybody raise it up for Jason. He died. Jeez. I think it was last year because 2019. He was one of my close buddies. Real good dude, man. So raise it up for Jay Burrow. All right, we'll go to the next stuff because Don's friends. We're not gonna have eulogize Don's friends if they're not fucking here. So, Don's not here. All right. So what I did was I wrote some eulogies. Like if I was up there, I was going to eulogize you guys. You guys want to hear them? Did anybody else do this, or was it just me?
Just you. Let's hear it.
I can do one.
This ought to be good.
I can do one off the. I didn't write one down, but I can do one off the top of my head.
Joe's that kid.
Let me do the ones for you guys first. All right.
Joe's that kid in school where we all go to him to copy his homework before class starts.
All right.
I don't know about that.
Because none of y'all did it. None of y'all did your homework. Like, y'all should be ashamed. Yeah.
All you guys.
Oh, it'd be nice to have a. Never mind.
Joe should not be the only one doing homework around here.
All right, well, I'll do Dennis because Dennis ain't here right now. We'll do Dennis first. All the people who ain't here first, and then we'll just move forward. All right. Dennis Q. Watson, or Watsy, as you like to be called, was not a wealthy man, a clean man, nor a kind man, but he was a man nonetheless. His relentless commitment to fashion and oral sex is a credit to himself, the Michigan Air National Guard, and the United States Air Force. He is survived by his daughter, twin sister, and some people who remember him for about 6 months.
I know him about 6 months.
That's good. That's good.
All right, we got. All right, up next we'll do Don because Don's not here. Don's is really good. You guys got to. If you're driving, pull over to the side of the road.
Hold on, wait to do Don.
If you're at home,
let Don try to come back.
If you're at home and you're burning something, put the fires out because this one might make you laugh a little bit. Don.
I was gonna say let Don come back first. See if he can try to connect, and if you do us first, and then if he doesn't come back by then do his.
All right, that'll work. Because Don's is really good. All right, we'll do. We'll do Tom next. Thomas Darrell Kerms was burned alive, but the fiery passion and commitment to his family was top notch. Known as Super Dad, and for wishing for a bit more height, his financial prowess and bowling pin-like shape will be remembered by family, friends, and the entire Marine Corps. If you worked with Tom, please take 0.25 in Aspen for the virtual memorial service. Literally, only fucking Tom's gonna get that joke. I got it. Where's Gordon Flo said he'd be back out in 20 minutes? I got him too. Come on. But all right.
How about in the future?
What's
in
that?
the future? Say jokes that we all get. In the future, say jokes that we all get. Have some respect.
In the future, fucking do the show prep. All right.
In the future, let's do the show prep.
Patrick Lynn Bolger was born at a low altitude and has been climbing up ever since. His first attempt at skydiving was also his last.
Yep, you cut out. Hold on.
That's all you got?
Yeah, you cut out. You can't hear you.
We're having technical difficulties.
You cut out. All right, Joe, if you can hear me, the last thing I heard was about skydiving.
Somebody's muting me.
I think what's happening is if your microphone gets disconnected, it'll automatically mute you.
Yeah. All right. So we're not.
There you go.
I needed this.
Wait, who was I doing? Tom or Pat?
You're doing Pat, and you said about skydiving.
All right, we'll start over. Patrick Lynn Bolger was born at a low altitude and has been climbing up ever since. His first attempt at skydiving was also his last. He was known for his comedic attitude, commitment to the craft, and horrible timing in most life situations. Primarily known for his ability to drink 4 beers in one sitting, he is rumored to have had at least 2 lovers in his lifetime. If you mention his name at checkout, you will receive 10% off your next order at the favorite Giant Eagle during the next calendar week. Oh God!
It's even funnier when you look at Pat after you say all this shit.
Well, all
right, Joe, you need to reconnect your microphones, get them all set up, and maybe instead of using the handheld microphone, just reconnect all that, make sure it's all connected up, and then go ahead. Oh, but that was funny.
All right, so I got also. Let's see who else I did next. Is Don back?
No.
There's a lot more. Don's a lot more funner if we can do Don when he's here. I'll wait on Don to get back and see his name they're going for. I'm not going to eulogize them until they get back. Now, did any of you guys do this or no?
No, I didn't see it because there's probably like 10,000 messages in our group chat between Friday and Friday.
You're supposed to
and I
send that
missed a whole lot of stuff.
You're supposed to send that individually.
All right, well, let's go over the last meals then while we're waiting on Don.
I didn't
Now,
find
what you're supposed to have prepared a last meal as if you were on death row and what you would eat. Now, I thought about this a lot, and I was going to go the steak and lobster route, but I figured, dude, I'm not fucking classy, so I just got pizza rolls and some fucking Dairyman's iced tea. And
Nice.
that's it. That's what I would have. I would just fucking get a bunch of pizza rolls and some iced tea.
Is that your favorite food like you could ever have? Just pizza rolls?
I mean, it encapsulates the pizza and the roll and convenience. So it's up there. I mean, like, I don't really have a favorite food, but for something like that, I just say, fuck it, give me some pizza rolls, some comfort food,
No, that's got to be like the best thing you've ever had in your life kind of food. Because I mean, like, isn't there some place you went, like, in all of your travels, and you've been somewhere where they had something amazing? You're gonna go with like freezer pizza rolls?
They're just so good, man. You don't like pizza rolls?
I love pizza rolls, but they're not the best thing I've ever had. That I would be like, this is the last meal I'm gonna have.
But for your last meal that you're ever gonna have, you're going.
Well, I was gonna dip them in Cheese Whiz, but I didn't feel like getting out the Cheese Whiz. But if you're talking about food that's like, right about the 8 on every part, pizza rolls hit it. It's like it's got the taste. It's good, cheap.
What it is Joe don't want to prepare his last meal. He was just being simple and using the fucking pizza roll.
No, but you don't prepare it. They prepare it for you.
Someone's supposed to prepare it for you.
But he wanted us to
present it for you.
Like going on death row.
Though. He wanted us to prepare it and have it for the show.
Well, the show prep was you're supposed to have your girlfriend or your wife cook you some food. That was going to be her last meal. But
like I go make a grilled cheese right quick. Like
I mean,
Tom, what would you have for your last meal?
Well, probably my most favorite thing to eat would be Penn Station chicken cordon bleu.
Ooh, that's good. That's the one with the ham and
chicken ham and cheese and honey mustard on their like butter bun roll things.
Ooh,
with some they got lemonade that's pretty good there. With their fresh cut fries. That would probably be my last meal.
RJ wrote, would Pat get his last meal at Giant Eagle in the Prep Foods? I don't know. We'll get to Pat in a second. Mayo, what would you have on your last meal?
Who asked that?
RJ asked that.
My last meal, dude, I probably want some Mr. Heroes, dude. Bullshit,
Roman burger.
Oh yeah, Roman burger, man.
Ooh, that's a good one, dude. Roman burgers are so good.
You know what the good thing about that is you might get
and a cheesesteak.
Good thing about that is if you eat the extra large Roman burger, you might just have a heart attack before they inject you. So you're good.
You go out on your own terms, man. I like your plan. Actually.
I take myself out before they can take me out.
Right.
Well, it's hard to kill yourself in prison, dude, because they put you on suicide watch.
I'll be like, beat you to it, bitch.
You gotta shimmy up those little bars and just constantly fucking pile drive yourself into the bottom of the floor to break your neck. That's the only way you're gonna kill yourself in prison, or just get into a fight with a bunch of fucking people. Just walk into the thing and be like, I don't like black people or something, and boom, fuck, you get your ass whooped.
Don't they segregate you?
No. Usually, traditionally, from what I've heard, I've never been to prison. I've only been to like the workhouse and shit like that. But either you keep to yourself and just do whatever, or you just line up with a gang when you get in there. Like, so like Mayo would be with the Black Panthers, me and you would be with the Nazi lowriders, probably, or something like that. Pat would be with the.
Why I gotta go with the Black Panthers?
Because you're black.
Yeah, that's racist.
I can't go to the Crips.
Yeah, that's racist, Joe. You can't say that stuff.
I can't go to the Crips or Bloods. Like
Well, I would imagine that the Black Panther. Shelley said tortilla pizza rolls are the bomb. That's very true. They're awesome. But yeah, I mean, well, that's a good question too. While we're randomly on this last meal stuff, what prison gang out of all of them? Let's say you don't have a race.
Before you get into that, there's somebody that you didn't ask whose favorite food they would eat.
All right, Pat, bottom right. What's your favorite food, buddy? Or what do you want for your last meal?
My last meal would be Arby's. I would take a couple of beef and cheddars, some French tips, a couple of classics, some curly fries.
Yeah, that beef and cheddar.
Wash it down with my favorite drink, which is Pure Leaf Raspberry Iced Tea.
No,
I have a couple of beers and
that's good.
Get some mac and cheese in there at some point too.
Now at the Arby's, do you like that mint shake they got? Chocolate Andy's mint shake.
I love it.
I don't go there for the shake.
You know what? I'd probably have a milkshake for my last meal, I think.
Who's got the best milkshake?
Ooh.
I don't know, man. I had got this triple chocolate milkshake from Steak and Shake. Oh my god, I was in heaven.
I miss
Steak and Shake.
I would say Steak and Shake,
man. I miss Steak and Shake.
Yeah, Steak and Shake probably got the best shake.
Now
hands down, very good.
If you let a Blizzard melt a little bit, is that considered a milkshake?
I mean, kinda. I mean,
Blizzard's not like the blood. Blizzard's not
little-
the best, dude.
I don't know, it's a little chunky though, right?
You let it melt a little bit.
I'll take a Blizzard over a milkshake.
I like the strawberry cheesecake Blizzards.
Ooh,
I like
The Royal Blizzards with like the strawberry stuff.
they're a little bit extra. They're like 50 cents extra, but they're so good. RJ wrote, let's see, I have tamagi. That's a tamale stuffed into a pierogi. No, that's not right. Tamagi. Tamogi.
It's tamogi. That's a
tamagi.
tamale.
Tamagi. I don't know.
Tamale. I
Stuffed
think
into
he's trying to say tamale.
How do you live in
open a
Cleveland
pierogi?
and not know how to say pierogi?
I was being silly, obviously. Emily wrote, lame last meals. What happened to steak or caviar? Well, Emily, we're just not refined. I mean, you eat steak all the time. You have steak for your last meal. I want something else, man.
I don't want no steak.
And caviar is just fucking. It's like from the Caspian Sea, and man, I don't really like Russian people, for being honest, right about now in contemporary America. So I'm gonna
going that route.
Just because you get offered a last meal don't mean you have to get the fanciest thing. But
that's true. You could just eat whatever.
I'm fine.
That's what everybody.
I'm fine with two double cheese.
What we want. We're the podcast. Hell yeah, man.
Shelly says the Jamocha shake at Arby's. When I used to work at Arby's when I was a teenager, I would make the Jamocha shakes, except for you make it where you like half pull down.
They used to have half and halves. I remember that.
The lever, and it's like triple syrup in there, and then you mix it up. It's so good.
Wasn't that your first job? Was Arby's?
Mm-hmm. For 2 years, I worked there when I was a teenager, and I still eat there all the time. No complaints. It was the Arby's in Brook Park, and it was always sanitary. Nothing was ever like shady. Like you hear some people that work at fast food joints, they're like, "Yeah, I'd never eat there again because I worked there. I saw the horror stories." But when I worked at Arby's, it was good. There was never any problems. I never saw anything shady with like the food where they would like drop it and they'd like, 30-second rule, put it back on the shelf or whatever.
I worked at McDonald's. I still eat McDonald's.
Yeah, I'd still eat Arby's all the time because I know, well, at least when I was working there, everything was on the up and up.
I love Arby's. I worked at Long John Silver. That place sucked. All right, what was we was going into something before that? What was the question before I asked Pat about the meal? Tom, you remember, right?
What gang did you join in prison?
What gang?
Oh yeah.
What gang?
Right, so
what gang
assume you have no race. Assume you're like a rainbow for right now, and you could pick any prison gang to join when you're in prison. You could pick your race and pick your gang if you want. What prison gang would you join? You guys don't watch Locked Up Abroad? None of this, huh?
Nope.
No, I would. I pretty much get along with everybody. I'll just be up in there writing jokes.
I do too. But I'll tell you what, those Mexican prison gangs look pretty sweet.
I want to go with the.
I got to brush up on my Spanish.
I go with the doo-wop gangs.
The doo-wop
gangs. They just sit in the corner like bomb, bomb, dip, 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 bomb.
No, he
Why do you perceive so gay?
What are the movies?
Gangs,
like from the singing movies.
Well, the big gangs are the Nazi lowriders, the Aryan Brotherhood.
The West Side Story gangs.
The Puerto Rican gang.
That's what Pat would be in.
Pat be in a singing gang.
Yeah.
Maybe putting on shows. Maybe putting on shows
be-
at lunchtime. They be singing songs at lunchtime.
I want to be. I want to be Morgan Freeman's gang.
You're singing prison gang.
Pat make beats by banging on his chest.
What's that?
There'd be a game called the Beard.
Yeah, I heard you say my name. That's all I heard you say. I can hardly hear you.
I said, Pat, you'll be the one banging on your chest making beats.
Making beans?
Beats.
I'll be the mess hall guy.
Beats.
He'd be making beats, or he'd be beatboxing.
Pat's like, we're at the club.
Oh yeah. I'll be Pinball from Con Air.
Do you remember that one guy from Police Academy used to make all the noises?
Yeah.
Michael Winslow. Michael Winslow.
Yes, that guy's awesome. Pat'd be like, we're in the club in prison.
No, you know who I'd be? Remember Dave Chappelle's character in Con Air, Pinball?
Oh
He
yeah,
was the guy that do you guys see Con Air? And he was the guy that did the dirty jobs. You know, he's the guy that faked being sick or whatever to while John Malkovich, did his thing to break out. He was what's the word I'm trying to say? Damn it. But you know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I'd be that guy.
Pat's like, we're in the prison club.
Yeah, RJ saying that his son works at the North Olmsted Arby's. I heard they're supposed to buy out the building next to it, the empty building, and then build like a bigger Arby's.
Oh, cause a diversion. That's what I was going to say. I caused a diversion while the toughs, broke out. That's what I did.
They need to do that at that Arby's because pulling in that fucking drive-thru is bullshit, and you know it. You got this much clearance on either side, dude. No way.
They haven't. I go on my way to go to the Ridgeville one because they haven't renovated the North Homestead Arby's in years, man. They don't even have a restroom
ever built.
And they got a porta potty. You got to get a key to.
Yeah,
bathrooms
you have to go out back, and they give this attached to the key to make you go outside.
It's literally
they renovated.
Hey, that's one of my jokes.
Every other restaurant.
You got a joke about that?
Dude, one of my jokes is one of my closing jokes. I'll be like, I'm sick of doing shows in the hood. I did a show in Warren, Ohio, and I didn't know Warren was so hood. And I knew it was hood because I went to the gas station to go to the bathroom, and the cashier handed me a hubcap with a key on it. Turned out it's around the corner. I was like, yeah, we in the hood, dude. Like, it's a whole joke to that, though. But
when I was in Seattle, I had to go to the bathroom at the Starbucks, and they actually had a key. They're like, here's the key, and you got to go to the basement. And no, it was a code. It was a code. That's what it was. They give you a little code. You had to go to the front desk and get a code because so many homeless people would go into the bathroom and just whatever, sleep or, homeless shit or whatever they were doing in there.
Homeless shit? Like live?
Dude, no, homeless shit. Like when you're homeless and you take a shit, the worst smell in the entire world, I swear to God, right now, you all agree, is a homeless person taking a fucking shit. Especially a homeless woman who hasn't bathed in several months taking a shit.
I've never been in a bathroom with a homeless person while they was taking a shit.
I've never been in a women's homeless bathroom, so
I got a story for you.
Especially while they were taking a shit.
Back in 1987, okay, I had a paper route on West Boulevard. None of you guys are probably even born. You guys are probably in diapers. But I had a paper route on West Boulevard, and there was this abandoned house. It was about 4 doors down to the east of my house. And there was this lady squatting there. Her name was Elaine Roth. I never forget her name because she knew my Aunt Charlotte from back in grade school back in, the fucking 40s or whatever. And so we just started striking up a conversation. She said she lived there when she was little. So, and of course, I'm nice and naive. I'm a fucking 10-year-old paper boy. I, introduced her to my parents and shit like that. And she's like, oh, can I use your bathroom? So this lady goes down in the basement and takes a shit or whatever. Oh, my God. Now, 33 years later, still sticks with me like it's fucking yesterday, dude. It's the worst smell ever in the history of the world. Get Michael Winslow on the show. I can work on that right now, actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, I got the IMDb, the premium now. The IMDb, what's it called?
Extreme.
Pro, IMDb Pro. I got a free trial, so I emailed a bunch of people. Nobody's emailed me back yet, but RJ wrote, yes, North Olmsted Council approved plans for the new Arby's. Sweet. I wonder if they're going to have
Snapchat.
Oh, good.
premium snap
About damn
OnlyFans.
time.
I got an OnlyFans.
Mail's like, there's no air conditioning in here. OnlyFans.
I still got a back page.
Back page. Time and Pele, what the fuck's a back page? That shit was so horrible.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
How the fuck do you keep that shit on there? And it's like legit, just straight human trafficking, backpage.com. It was just right there. Like, how the fuck is this even a thing? You know,
every setup had to have been a cop, dude. Like, that shit couldn't have been like legit. Like,
oh, I know. All right, Gorin Flow's joining us. Joey G, what's up, buddy?
Joe, hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? Hey, since Gorin Flow's here, I got your eulogies. I did everybody else. I was waiting for you to get here. I'll do you now.
Here, let me
ready?
turn down. My son was down here, and I didn't turn off the. Yeah, I actually wrote one for you, Tom, and Dennis too.
No, nice.
All right, nice. Yeah. All right. So we'll
I don't know Tom as well, but I tried Tom.
All right.
We got some comments here.
I appreciate the effort. You already get an A.
RJ wrote, I was at Los Angeles Jimmy John's to get a code for the restaurant. Yeah, it's like that in the West Coast, man. There's so many homeless. All right, so I'll do Gorin Flow's eulogy here.
Okay.
Joseph Gorin Flow lived in 3 places and chewed dip. The only real highlights of his life are not dying in jail and finding someone to reproduce with. People will remember him mostly for the way he died by suffocating in his Black Lives Matter mask he recently purchased. But motherfucker, this guy could drink. QRT will now be disbanded in his honor.
hey, that's funny because he just took a drink.
Oh, did I do Mayo yet? I didn't do Mayo yet, did I? Okay, I got Mayo here, so we'll do Mayo. Mayo was just real short. Anthony Mayo was a local stand-up comedian who loved titties. He will be missed.
What the hell, man? You told me to actually prepare for this. I wrote out some stuff.
I did everybody else. I was short.
Joe, you're the only one that's prepared.
Yeah. So overall, he actually prepared and did longer ones for us. But yeah,
he just made mine up. He forgot about me, dude. He just made mine up.
Yours was just so. I was going through everybody else's. Like, I gotta make his just like that because it's literally all stand-up comedy and titties. Is all. Boom,
is Dennis coming on tonight?
Dennis is not going to be on tonight. No.
Oh, I guess I won't read his.
You still
I got Tom here's.
Read Dennis. Read Dennis because he'll at least be able to. He'll watch it later because it's being posted to YouTube.
Okay,
So
I'll read Tom's first. Good VSR. He was a Marine. He cares about doing the right thing. He's a great dad and a great family man.
that's it.
Well, you went to serious.
Shut it down. Close it
Oh,
out.
I didn't know,
Thank you for
dude.
coming
You
to the
made
show.
it sound like it was supposed to be serious. You should have.
I was waiting for him to say at the end, like, but he's still a piece of shit or something.
I don't know. I guess This is only my second time in the show, guys. You got to cut me some slack.
You're doing good. You were the only one who did the homework, buddy. So yeah, you're an A+ on my book tonight, my man.
You're only the Joes actually did it. So
And then we got Joe Vorel. Like him or hate him, pisses a lot of people off on Facebook, but he was such a big Mike DeWine supporter too. I mean, Dr. Acton, I see you over there crying right now. I bet as Joe is smiling down at you from heaven. Joe, as I look at you in the mask right now because you cared so much about people not getting the coronavirus, I want the world to know whether you pissed them or not off on Facebook or not, that you're a good friend.
That was good.
That was good.
Maybe I probably would go to my fucking funeral. Probably would be the coronavirus too.
I
just do, since this isn't on, I'll just do his later then. It's not really that funny.
All right, let's see. We got I'm gonna do Don's not back yet, so we're gonna do Don. I got I'm just gonna do Don's. Don's is really funny. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it over on the screen so I can look right in the camera here. Hold on.
Are we live now on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live right now, buddy.
Okay, cool.
I'll be in the back of the funeral like bullshit.
Don Shear attacked life with a blimp-like attitude, and it showed. Found shot 87 times. His only flaw was everything. What he lacked in height, he made up for in width. The list of places he was known to eat at were A&W restaurants, Arby's, Annie Ann's, Burger King, Carl's Jr., Chipotle Mexican Grill, Chuck E. Cheese's, Church's Chicken, Cinnabon, Dairy Queen, Domino's, Dunkin' Donuts, Five Guys Burgers and Fries, Hardee's, Jack in the Box, Jabba KFC, Little Caesars, Long John Silver's, McDonald's, Panda Express, Papa John's Pizza, The Pizza Company, Pizza Hut, Pollo Caballero, Pollo Tropical, Popeyes, Quiznos, Starbucks, Subway, Taco Bell, TCBY, Tim Hortons, TKK Fried Chicken, Wendy's, Wingstop, and Wing Street.
Come on.
There will be no funeral.
We'll try.
Never be no funeral. We're serving chicken wings and Cinnabons on his behalf in the live.
Take Don's funeral pamphlet that would have been there to Cinnabon for 5% off.
If you buy one, get one.
Right. Buy one, get one free burritos.
All right. Joe, go ahead and do Dennis's because I don't think he might not be on tonight. Just do his now.
He did Dennis's already.
Oh, Garfo has Dennis.
Here. Might have another page. Let me find my other page.
All right.
Did you guys do the other stuff too about like talk 2 to 3 minutes about what people like?
No, we haven't done that. We haven't done that.
No. But Joe, what's your final meal? What's your last meal?
Yeah, that's the thing. I definitely a taco salad.
He said that with conviction, like for sure. Like there's no doubt about that. It's gonna be a taco salad.
Taco salad tonight, actually.
Oh, you having your last meal tonight?
I hope not. No, but if there's one food, like if I'm like, hey, I just want to eat like crap tonight, it's got to be a taco salad.
Taco salads are good. They got a lot of calories.
I love taco salad.
8,000 calories or some shit.
I never
800.
have the taco pizza from East of Chicago Pizza.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that. Is it pretty good?
Oh yeah, it's good.
It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, you missed out. There was this. You remember Dina's? Dina's had a fucking crab rangoon pizza, bro. Oh my god, dude, it was like fucking eating. It was just so good. I mean,
crab rangoon pizza.
Yeah, it's just tough because you guys are getting on. Because since I'm like, if my son's up, it's just hard to get on. Because then my wife complains about the language and stuff. So
it's okay. At the beginning of the show, my daughter was crying outside the door. So
yeah, well, he's in that stage now too. He's wanting to sleep in. He's wanting to sleep in the room too now.
Oh yeah.
He started doing that like 2 weeks ago. I'm hoping we can get rid of that here pretty soon.
Yeah, you gotta nip that in the butt.
Yeah, I know. That's what I told her. I guess I don't care if she's willing to do it. I guess it doesn't affect me.
No, because it's gonna keep going, and before you know it, he's gonna be like 13.
Did you have that problem, Tom? Ever?
Sleep in our room?
Yeah.
No, not with us. She may fall asleep in our bed, but then when we go to bed, just pick her ass up and put her in her bed.
Yeah, we'll cut it back pretty quick. But said it doesn't really matter that much.
Tom, how old is your oldest? No,
4.
5? 4? Okay. So where is she going to school next year?
The school where my wife teaches.
Oh, free tuition.
Yeah.
All right,
Wait,
Shelly wrote
4 years old in school?
Preschool.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
She's gonna be 5. She'll be 5 by the time she starts preschool.
RJ wrote his funeral would be at a drive-through restaurant. Shelly wrote walking tacos are great, not chicks. I mean Fritos. If the best meal to get if you're on death row is just getting all you can eat buffet, because then they never can kill you. You just keep eating.
I don't think that's an option though, is it?
It should be.
They can't bring the buffet to you.
Yeah.
I heard some states they banned the last meal. Like they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
No, because people was being petty. Because I would be petty. I'd be like, dude, I want some chicken teriyaki straight from Japan. Like, I want you to go to Japan and give me some authentic
$2,000 private flight just getting your fucking Oriental mustard for your last meal.
Joe, didn't we talk about this? I'd be like, don't bring me that shit from Beachwood Mall, dude. I know Beachwood Mall's chicken teriyaki.
Mayo's gonna want some like what was it, Korean like pho or pho straight from North Korea.
Straight from Korea. I'm gonna know if it's from America or Korea. Like,
Well, when's the last time Ohio's even executed somebody?
Fuck. Okay, Google. What was the last time Ohio executed somebody?
Seems like they sentence people to it, but it never happens.
Well, Kasich was an
On the
idiot.
website NBCnews.com,
Here we go.
They say Ohio's last execution was in January 2014 when murderer
Wow.
Dennis McGuire appeared to struggle for breath and took far longer to die than usual after being given an untested combination of drugs.
Well, that sounds horrible.
wow.
Yeah, that sounds.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't use the electric chair anymore?
No, old Sparky's just gone, man. They fucking.
I
The
thought
thing,
Texas
Yeah.
had it.
Ever since the Green Mile came out, they banned that.
I thought Texas had it.
dude,
Yeah, they still do. They execute probably 1 or 2 people a day at least.
Who?
have you seen the last week tonight on executions and shit?
Yep, a while ago. It's been so long since I looked
Dude,
at it.
there's no sane way or there's no what's the word? Not cruel. What's the
Humane.
humane way to kill people like that? 'Cause the cocktails they use, they're all by fucking people who aren't even pharmacists or drug people. You know what I mean? And the people suffered, and like that guy right there. I mean, I am 100%.
Yeah, but I'll ask you this: like, let's say like a dude like Chris Watts who killed his family. Do I really care if it's humane or not?
Right.
Not to be like super like morbid or like I actually thought about this or anything, but wouldn't a way to do it is just put them in like a sealed room and just pump carbon dioxide in there. They fall asleep.
That's kind of what they do with the gas chamber a little bit.
Well, I mean, but except for it's just like pure carbon dioxide. Eventually, they'd run out of oxygen. They'd fall asleep, and just let them sit in there for a day. You fall asleep naturally, and just never wake up.
I think this sounds ridiculous, but
That's
I think
humane.
the most humane way is probably the firing squad. Honestly,
Yeah. I'd say put the firing squad though. Put the guns like right on their head and have like 8 of them with 8 live bullets.
well, then the guys coming from this way would shoot each other though, because the bullets would go through.
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
hit the-
Well, no,
I didn't think
the
about
reason actually, I remember reading something about this for the firing squads. The reason why they would have like 12 guys do it from a certain distance away is because that you're guaranteed some of them are going to miss, and so there's that idea of doubt that potentially your bullet didn't actually kill them, so that the firing squad they wouldn't feel guilt of actually taking someone's life because it could be your bullet missed. One of them is going to hit them and kill them, but it keeps the onus of guilt off the actual firing squad of murdering somebody.
Oh, even with the electric chair, they used to have 3 guys, and there'd be 3 switches.
Right.
And everybody would pull a switch, and only one of the switches was the one that triggered it.
Well,
That
I thought the firing squad has blanks too, don't they, Tom? I didn't think every gun was live.
No, if you were in the military and you've actually fired rifles before, you'd know firing a blank because of the kickback.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's been so long, dude. I honestly haven't fired a gun since the military, and so.
But that was the same thing that Joe said, that there's the reasonable doubt that if you were one of the people on the firing squad, that you could always live with yourself knowing that maybe you didn't kill him, and same thing with like pulling the switches.
Yeah, I guess though the guys, I mean, most of those guys, pretty much like all of them, I doubt if the guys who volunteer to be on the firing squad really are going to have any guilt anyways. Like right now, if we all shot Chris Watts, I don't think we'd really have like guilt, You guys know about Chris Watts, right?
Which one was that? Tell us.
He's a dude. So he killed his wife, and then he shoved his 2 baby girls in an oil well.
Oh, geez. That doesn't sound
He
pleasant.
didn't even get the death penalty. He got life in prison because the family said he plea bargained to life in prison.
Well, that's how it
look
works.
up that case. But
if I know anything about death penalty cases from Law and Order, they always come at you with the death penalty, and the guy's like, "I'll tell you everything, but death penalty's off the table." They say that all the time.
yeah, I don't know.
So
honestly, if it was me, if I did something that bad, I don't know if I'd want to live in prison the rest of my life. Honestly.
Well, I mean, it depends on the prison. It depends on who's there. I mean, you can make the best of anything where you're at. I mean,
well, like a guy like Chris Watts is going to be high profile. he's going to be isolated his entire life because other prisoners will just kill him.
Yeah.
If you're a child killer, you're going to get killed by other prisoners. So you have to be like my dad used to work in a prison.
I've heard that's kind of bullshit. And that's the old.
Like this David Siobhan or Derek Siobhan, he's going to be isolated. Which, yeah, it's a tougher penalty, but put him in Gen Pop. Let's see what happens to him. You know?
Didn't they already like let him go on bail?
No, that was one of the other guys who was
one of the guys watching it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was the guy who was like laying on his like arm, and that guy actually out of the four was probably the most like if anybody gets off, it's going to be that guy just because he. I guess verbally he told the guy like 3 times, like, "Hey, like, why? Like, should you still be doing this?"
Yeah, I remember seeing something where I think it was two of them maybe said something, but they were like they were trainees, and the main guy, the Derek guy, was like the instructor for the trainees. So
yeah, what an instructor!
Oh, but the RJ was saying that Joe's last meal is gonna be at Lito's buffet. I bet Joe's last meal would probably be strip club sushi maybe.
Have you ever now, Mayo? You're the only one I can answer this to, because you're the only one who's been to a titty bar. I think. Maybe
Joe's last meal is going to be tube steak.
Wrapped in underwear.
Going to be tube steak with Hernan.
Mayo, have you ever ordered food at a titty bar?
No. I never thought about food. All I did was get dicks and titties. Like I never thought about food at the damn titty bar.
You get the burger, and there's a fucking nipple impression in it.
I've never seen nobody order food at the titty bar. I wouldn't have been like, "Hey, that's a nice burger, and those are nice tits." Like I never seen anybody order food at. I didn't even know titty bars serve food.
Joe Gorfo still gets the taco salad at the titty bars.
Oh no, yeah, I would. I haven't honestly though. What I don't think there's only like one even around me, and it's like downtown. Like they don't have them here like they do around Cleveland either.
Well, I think personally the day of the titty bar is over, and it's gonna be several years before they reopen. First off, you can't have a titty bar without lap dances, and you can't have lap dances without social distancing.
Social distance titty bar. Are they gonna be wearing masks?
I saw one thing where it was like a drive-through one where they drive through in your car and they'd be like behind like the riot barricades up on stages, and you drive through like you're at the zoo and they're behind the fences.
RJ, who knows which Ohio guardsman killed a Kent State student in 1970? Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. 4 dead. Isn't that crazy? Like back then, 4 dead and 9 wounded was like a major catastrophe. Nowadays, this is like it's a typical Sunday, you know? All right. Let's see here. What else we got going on the agenda? All right. Now, let's see here. Where would you be buried at? That's a good one. Well, first off, let's start with this question. How would you want your remains disposed of? First off, Tom.
I always like the idea where, they would plant a tree on top of you, and then the tree could go through your body. And then, years down the road, a storm would come through and tree would get blown over. You'd be up through the roots. Pat,
can you hear us?
Pat's sleeping.
Pat is getting hit by a sandstorm. Pat, are you, all right, how would you want to be buried? How do you want your remains disposed of when you're dead?
Say that one more time. I have a bad connection. I might be losing
power. How do you want your remains disposed of when you are dead?
In the ocean.
You want the Bin Laden sea area? Okay.
So I can swim with the fishes.
You want to be scrubbed first, or you just want us to tie like a bag of sand and just fucking drop you down?
Or my favorite place in the world, the beach.
Secrets.
He wants to be buried with a bunch of liberal chicks on the ocean.
No, but seriously, I like the idea of being cremated, and they actually have ones where you're incorporated into a tree, like the base of a tree that gets buried, and then that tree is your memoriam, you're like your stone, and then pretty much for as long as the relatives and the people that remember you, the people could visit the tree, but pretty much by the time everyone who knew you died, the tree would eventually die. And then you just wouldn't be taking up space somewhere in a cemetery that nobody cares about.
True. But I mean, if you have a good family thing or whatever, tree. A lot of kids and all that. You man, your descendants will know you forever. And like the show, man, these shows are gonna be forever. Forever. Like 30 years from now, like, oh, we can watch the show. You know what I mean? Dobie's in the house. What's up?
I'm gonna be alive still. I don't know what you.
Wait, what's 30? How old are we now? 40? Yeah, I should be alive at 73. I'll be retired.
You'll be alive, Tom, in 30 years?
Well, no, Joe's saying we're not going to be alive. Like in 30 years, our descendants are going to be talking about us.
Yeah, we should be alive, I'd hope.
Right?
What if we're still doing the show in 30 years, dude? 30 years of the show. I like it.
And we still have 5 viewers at a time.
Growth is slow, but it's there. It's slow, but there. But so Mayo, how would you want to be buried, or how do you want to get your remains disposed of?
Shit, I want to be cremated and then put me in a little locket and I don't know. No, just cremate me and put me in a fucking cigar tube. Put my.
What about a space burial? Like we just blast off into space in a rocket, and your body just floats forever.
I imagine if you're in the military and retired, you can get those free trips with the Space Force.
Ooh, and then he's fucking launch out in a tube like fucking Dr. Evil. And pew!
I'm gonna take Joe's ashes. I'm gonna smoke them. I'm gonna take a shit and flush it down the toilet.
A little extreme. I am down for you guys to smoke my ashes live in the air though when it happens. But I'm gonna be. Man, I keep going. Hey, Dobie, what's up, man? Hey, Gormflow, Dobie's saying hi to you. Remember Dobie? Tall black girl, Janetta.
Oh yeah.
You know what you should do, Joe? You know what you should do? Make a pact with Hernan. Whoever goes first, you smoke their ashes. That's what you should do.
Well, I always go back.
These are YouTube comments, Joe?
Yeah. The YouTube comments are to the right. If you're on a computer, you can see the YouTube comments. If you're on your phone,
I actually got maybe I'll pull it up on YouTube here. I got my computer. I need to start pulling this up on my computer instead of my phone. I probably look.
If you do it on your laptop, it's a lot more static. It's a lot easier. But
just walking around like a buffoon, pretty much.
Yeah. Will I be buried with my cat? No, I'm not going to be buried with the cat.
Yeah, pretty much right now, Joe. It looks like
the estate.
Joe, right now you just look like a reverse dick pic. So we're just looking up at you.
Well, next week I'll get on my I have a crappy laptop that has a webcam. I'm gonna use that.
Joe is in Minneapolis. Joe, where you live? Bloomington, right?
Yeah.
He's in Bloomington, Minnesota, out by the Mall of America. If you guys want anything from the Mall of America, tell Joe we'll ship it to you. For sure.
Well, they could probably just order it on Amazon.
Mall of America's better, and you know that.
Probably for a lot cheaper, too.
Right? Mall of America.
Dude, I don't think... Actually, the mall is open now. That's right. I think it opened a couple days ago.
Talk about a place to take a hit during the coronavirus. I never thought about that. That Mall of America is probably like fucking teetering on bankruptcy right now, dude.
What's the mall on the east side that's all closed?
Oh, Randall Park Mall?
Yeah. Oh, did you hear North Olmsted Mall? Sears is closing now, too.
I mean, I actually went in Sears about 2 weeks ago, and dude, there was like fucking nobody there, and the merchandise was whatever. I mean,
who the hell goes to malls though anymore around there, anyways? Really?
I go to the mall all the time. I love the mall, but I mean, the days of the shopping mall are kind of over. I mean, if we're being honest, you go up to Great Northern, look at all the stores. I mean, it's all fucking just clothing stores and just whatever. I mean, it's none of these stores can compete with Amazon or fucking even Walmart. I mean, it's just no way.
My idea for the mall.
Oh yeah, I see it now. See, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Got it right there.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, you got TV?
Yeah, I look like that.
Well, my idea for the malls was that we got to stop selling stuff because no one wants to go to the store and buy stuff anymore, right? They want to get experiences. So I thought, like in the mall, when they closed down Sears and JCPenney, they need to put like an indoor like go-karting. Imagine if you like go-kart all through like Sears and they changed it all out, like high-speed ones. And like JCPenney, it was like all like a boulder and rock climbing wall inside. That'd be like more interesting, more fun.
Well, that's how. Have you been to the Mall of America, Tom? Ever?
No, I've never been in Minnesota.
That's pretty much how it is here. Like that's what the mall is basically.
It's kind of like 7 big Great Northerns with an amusement park in the middle. You know what I mean? It's cool, but it's like I don't know. It was okay.
Oh, well, cool. No, they have other stuff there, Joe, like go-karts and stuff like that if you really want to do them.
Hey, did you just blow your nose, Mayo?
No, I'm freaking his mom.
Oh, okay. It's not like you got a snot rocket going out the left nostril there.
I was like a freaking weirdo. Like I need to hold the phone up or something.
Oh, you didn't like looking like this all the time?
It's tough on the phone. Like I'm definitely getting out the. It just takes forever. Forever to freaking get on the laptop.
Well, you can wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, start your laptop, and then by 9:30 at night, it'll be ready to go.
Yeah, no, I'll be good. I just thought last week I was only on for a couple of minutes, and we were mainly just BSing. I didn't know I'd be on YouTube this long tonight.
You know, it'd be cool too if in the mall they put like a Kalahari, and just had like a lazy river through the entire middle of the mall.
Yeah, that'd be.
I like it, and they could have people giving you blunts on every stop.
Right,
just, smoke weed, drink beers. Have you ever been on a lazy river? Oh, we got a comment here. Emily wrote, "Idea podcast show at the Mall of America." Joe, look into that. We could do that. Me and Dennis went up to Minnesota to see Joe. Tom can't make it probably, but we can head up to Minnesota and do a fucking show up there, right? Live from the Mall of America.
Yeah, we'd probably have to wear a mask and stuff, though.
We can give the guy $5. He'll let us slide and give a fuck.
I mean, actually, if I'm out in public, I don't mind. I'll throw on a mask. I mean, if I see other people do it, if I got one in the car, I don't mind. I don't care.
If I'm outdoors, it's fucking stupid. I'm not doing it because outdoor transmission is not possible.
Well, that's what they say. Yeah, inside you're to wear them. I don't think anybody's saying to wear them outside.
If I go to a place and they say we strongly recommend wearing a mask, I'll put on a mask. If not,
you've actually worn a mask?
What's that?
You've worn? I thought you didn't wear them whatsoever. Which that's fine. But
I wore one to church 2 weeks ago when they finally opened up the church and right before my dad went to the hospital. But yeah.
What about you, Tom? Are you a mask?
Yeah, I wear masks, but my wife's also super pregnant, so I would rather not get sick. My thought is that I would prefer that all businesses had their employees wear masks. They recommend customers wear masks, didn't mandate it. But if you're a customer and you go in wearing a mask, you're fine. And if you're not wearing a mask, you're fine. But everybody knows that this is how it's going to be. If you're totally against wearing masks, that's fine. But the people that are going to wear them too, they should be wearing them if they want. And employees wear them irregardless because they're employed by the private company.
That's what I'm shocked by. Here, Menards, no employees at Menards wear a mask.
Is it mandatory?
Not Menards. I mean Home Depot. Sorry, Menards. You have to wear a mask to get in the store.
I keep hearing.
RJ was saying Costco. It's I think Costco and Menards the only places it's mandatory.
Yeah, I went and what's that big computer store? I forget the name of it. You know, Tom, probably.
Best Buy.
No, it's
because we actually have one fairly close to me, and I went in there.
Circuit City, CompUSA.
No, Circuit City, dude. It's not 1985.
No, I know.
What the heck is it? You know what I'm talking. I know you know what I'm talking about, Tom.
Yeah, it's
GameStop.
No, not B&H, is it?
Micro Center.
No.
Micro Center.
Yeah, so I went in there. You have to wear a mask, and they actually give you a mask for free to wear. It's that's why it kind of when people go above and beyond to bitch about that. It's why? Just put on a fucking mask for
yeah.
Is it really going to kill you?
I know the other place, the BX military store over there in Purtis. They you got a mask, and I was yeah, and I put it on. That's fine. I said if they want me to wear one, I mean, I'm not going to bitch about it.
But dude, you see people. I see people on Facebook nonstop boycott Menards. They make you wear a mask.
It's a private business. If you're all for unfettered capitalism, and there's a business that makes you wear a mask, don't patronize that business.
They'll get the message. I mean, that's my thing with Cedar Point. It's you go. The zoo is not requiring masks. There's a couple other places not requiring masks. Cedar Point, within a week, people are going to complain. There's going to be nobody fucking there. They're going to change the policy towards optional. People want to wear it, that's fine. If they don't, that's cool too. You can't.
Honestly, my dad is this big and it's if you don't wear a mask, just don't wear a mask, but don't act like you're Billy fucking badass because you're not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
He I'm not Joe. I don't wear a fucking mask. I'm okay, Dad. That doesn't make you a fucking badass.
Right.
Just don't wear a mask.
We got a badass over here.
Like I said, I mean, I don't always wear one either, but if I have one, yeah, I'll throw it on.
Ooh, Dad's cool. He's not wearing a mask.
Yeah, but I wear it. I mean, it's kind of awkward going and doing some things. Like I went to the East of Chicago Pizza. I went to go pick up one. I had to go all the way out to North Ridgeville, but it was weird because I go to pick it up and I go in the store and there's a big sign in the store that says push the button by the street. I'm like, door's locked. I'm like, push the button by the street. And I turn around and there's a little post hammered into like the little tree lawn. And it's like the back end of just a metal sign, and they put one of those remote doorbells on it. And I had to push the little button and wait for them to come out and bring me my food.
That's awesome, man. RJ, my son works at Home Depot and wears a mask. Kim got to wear a mask like when she walks into the store, but when she's in her office, she ain't got to do it. They said when we go back to the office, we got a mask up, but by then,
yeah,
I think
that's what they told us too. But it's like since we don't have to come in. Actually, I think in the meantime, I might, if we're going to be on here a couple of minutes, I will fire up this damn laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they said I think we're full till end of July, but I mean, even then, I mean, by August.
Well, we're actually October 1st.
October. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Lucky you guys.
I'm sure you guys will follow suit because we're a lot more hardcore on teleworks than you guys are, anyways.
No, our what's it called? Our place is like decision paralysis. They don't do anything unless they're told.
Well, that's all it is, Tom. Only 50% of our VSRs were even allowed to work at home before this happened.
Oh, wow.
I remember that. Yeah, there was like 2 days a week they had to go to the office up there.
Well, I still do. Yeah, I'm 2 days a week, but I'm QRT, I guess.
Still?
Well, no, not now.
Okay, I was gonna say because you're super right wing liberal Republican. So
Who, me?
yeah,
liberal Republican. I love it.
Yep, you're conservative Antifa.
No, what's funny is the only like hardcore conservative that I work with, he posts like on Facebook about like bitching about like people like having to work at home, but he's the number one guy who complains about coming in the office.
Yeah.
But I'm not kidding.
Some
That's
people
like
just
no
want to
it is.
complain because they like to complain.
Well, complaining is fun. Let's be honest. I mean, complaining gets people riled up for no reason. People hate when you complain, so that's why I love to complain. Because I love pissing people off because fucking people are idiots. Let's be honest. Most people are fucking brain dead. They need a little spice up in their life. You know what I mean? They need a little fucking how's your father in the morning when they're going into a little Facebook world. They need a little wake up check. You know what I mean? So that's why I like doing shit like that to people because fucking people are stupid. They need to be put in their place every now and then. I mean, even me, I need to be put in my place. If you don't get put in your place, you get run amok, and then you know what you end up with? Fucking Donald Trump as president. You want that again? I don't think so.
Well, several people on your damn YouTube, your Facebook fucking friends list must. Dude, I still don't understand. Like, how can people like from the North continue to like argue about the Confederate flag? I'm like, you guys are from the fucking North. Like, shut the fuck up.
I can't stand it. I mean, I never understood the appeal for it. I mean, it's the flag of treason. Why?
Well,
dude, but yeah, and I told my dad, and my dad's a good dude, but it's like he's like, well, NASCAR, and I'm like, Dad, look, like if you're from Ohio and you wave that flag, you're a fucking racist. Like you have zero excuse to wave. Like you're from Ohio, your ancestors fucking fought against that flag.
Right.
Like I guess some people might be like, yeah, I'm from North Carolina, blah blah, but you're not. You're from fucking Ohio. Like, come on. Dude, you ought to see that thread that Joe has. He's literally got like 3 people who live in Ohio that are like, well, blah, blah, blah. Like, here's why. I'm like, no, you guys don't have a fucking reason.
I got to read that one. Which one was it? Did you, what did you post about?
Oh,
I could tag in it, or Joe could probably get you to it.
I can bring it up now. We got my Facebook here.
But he's got like 2 guys who live in Ohio that are hardcore, like, well, Joe Gornflow, I bet that it's going to cost NASCAR viewers. It's like, no, it won't. It might actually introduce like NASCAR to some new like younger fans who hate that flag.
So yeah, some people who love left turns.
Let's see here. Man, I post a lot on the book, dude.
And what pisses me off is it's like not NASCAR fans saying this. So it's like I am a NASCAR fan. Yeah, I think it's a good move. Shit, you guys realize Dale Earnhardt Sr. denounced that flag?
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Dale Earnhardt Sr. is God and Dale Earnhardt Jr. is Jesus Christ when it comes to NASCAR.
That is no bullshit.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. has been like for 5 years. He's been saying, "Why the fuck does NASCAR still like? Let's ban this flag from the tracks." For 5 years, he's been saying that, and that's like you're like Jesus Christ right there. If you're an Astros fan,
dude, fucking Dale Earnhardt Sr. is like Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe are all rolled up to one Philip guys. They love that guy.
I'll send you an article, Tom, about what Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Dale Earnhardt Sr. said. And this is like back in like the freaking 1980s. I mean, this isn't like he denounced the flag like way back when. That's why I find it funny.
Yeah.
All these guys who like they wave the flag with like a Dale Earnhardt flag, and it's
But
like
that was probably in like a newspaper, and anybody back then who was into NASCAR probably couldn't read anyway. So
here's
there's actually you can find an internet article about it too. About Dale Earnhardt Jr. has several podcasts about saying, yeah, this flag's fucking bullshit, basically. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. was born in the South too.
You want to hear a good? You want to hear a good Dale Earnhardt joke? This is pretty bad. You want to hear it?
What's up?
What does Dale Earnhardt and Pink Floyd both have in common? Their last hit was The Wall.
Joe is fucking stupid.
All right. So here's the thread from Facebook from a couple days ago.
Oh, so you basically just posted that NASCAR is banning. Did you put anything with it? Or you just
Of course. I posted some of the right.
What did you say about it first?
Let's see. I wrote, well. Laughing face emoji, laughing face emoji, laughing face emoji, arm flex emoji. Looks like the South isn't going to rise again. Ha ha ha, losers. And then, I mean, some might still add a little bit of scenario, but we fucking won the war. Chancellorsville, we won. Gettysburg, we won. Shiloh Hill, we won. Bunker Hill, 1 and 2, we fucking won.
This never popped up on my Facebook, so I gotta.
All right, and the first comment was from Joe B. We'll keep him anonymous for purposes of the show. It says, anyone who thinks the Confederate flag is a symbol of slavery and racist is an uninformed idiot. And then it just went downhill from there. JP3, we'll keep his anonymous. These are the same idiots who said taking down the Robert E. Lee statues. Lee never owned slaves, and they are uneducated morons. And then the thread just went down from there.
Robert E. Lee never wanted statues about. At least, what do you say that the only monuments to the Confederacy should be in cemeteries?
Yeah,
something like that.
Lee's what's Lee's place that they bought the place right next to Arlington? What's the Lee's homestead they put all that shit on? You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever been to Arlington?
No, actually.
Lee owns a bunch of property next to Arlington. RJ, if you're still out there, you know what I'm talking about. I'll tell you in this thread on Facebook, Tom. But yeah, there's a
let's see the comment.
Big fucking property or Robert E. Lee owned, and he sold some of the stuff to the thing so they could build Arlington, I believe. Or maybe
you'll have to tag me. I already found it.
Hey, I gotta go. My brother just got here.
Okay. All right, we'll talk to you, Mel. See you, buddy.
All right, yo.
All right, but I wanted to show you guys the tomb that I wanted. Now, we went to me and my dad and the kids always go to a bunch of cemeteries because my dad's old and he likes reminiscing and stuff. But this is one I found at what's the one over there in Brook Park? Holy Cross. And this is tomb. I guess this family's name is Hovind, but this thing was probably about 15 feet or about 10 feet tall, and you could walk in, and they have places for they can just put the thing right there. Man, I really like these big monuments.
How big does it be before it's like a mausoleum?
That's what I don't know exactly, but I kind of want the mausoleum.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Pat's back.
How big? How big are we talking here, Joe?
All right, there we go. Pat, can you hear us again, buddy? Did you just go?
Yeah.
Back? All right, that's good. That's good. Before we do a bunch of stuff, I want to read as if I was dead.
Yeah, this laptop is so damn slow.
Well, you gotta buy a laptop. It doesn't have Windows 98.
We can get a webcam for my good computer.
All right, now the following statement is going to be if I was talking to you guys beyond the grave. Like this is my will statement. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. If you are seeing this, I am dead. And you probably saw me on the news. If I know me. For those of you chicks out there showing tits at my funeral, thanks for nothing. You should have done that when I was alive. If you also know me, I didn't plan for shit. So I stole upon you a free-for-all and grabbing all my old stuff. This is hard to say goodbye as I live for comedy. But every time you see a dump truck on fire, think of me. Every time you're late to work and stuck in traffic, think of me. When the wind blows off the lake next January for the Browns AFC title game, you probably hear it say, Varel, if you listen close. Remember me for my actions and not my awesome words. I regret nothing and love you all. Oh, Hernan Cortez, you ain't shit. That would be my funeral eulogy right there. And Ron's probably not listening, so that's why he ain't shit. I think I have a fucking somebody who's gonna say he's your BFF and doesn't fucking listen to the show. All right, Joe, did you do something like that?
Not well, dude. I thought about a couple things, but not really. Tom can go.
No, I got nothing.
I don't think Tom did anything.
No. See,
all right, no, what kind of, they'll say the alternative forms of being buried, like frozen. What was some of the other ones? What was the other one?
So there's
really how many?
There's typical burial. There's cremation. There is the frozen one, I guess, like cryogenic. Or,
Cryogenics, yeah. Ted Williams got like that.
Yeah, and then there's the different types of burial. Like I kind of meant like there might be like standard like $8,000 casket, just putting in a pine box. There's even like natural ones, I think, where there's like a where they just put you in a burlap sack and throw you in the ground and say, let nature get you.
I went to a Muslim funeral once. This guy Ali, I knew, died in '94, and it was weird because like females weren't allowed at the funeral. It was all guys, and they didn't have a box or what's a coffin or anything like that. They just had, like you just described, a sack. They just took the body, put it into the ground, and they just buried him right there. And then they said a prayer. It was really, really neat experience. If you've never got a chance to go to a Muslim funeral, I mean, if you don't know any Muslim people, I guess you never will. But it's a lot different than a traditional Catholic funeral or Christian funeral where you're just very, very formal and everybody's placid. It was very emotional or that you've been to a black church, they get into it, and I'm trying to think of the word here. You know what I mean? Not emotional.
Emotional is a good word. I mean, that's
emotional,
spiritual. That's good. I'm not sure.
You know, but where everybody really gets into it, but it's on a different level kind of thing. More a celebratory thing of life as opposed to more of a reminiscence. You know what I mean? I kind of liked it. I mean, I don't really agree with the woman not being there, but I mean, whatever, it's kind of cool. Now, Joe, can you still hear us?
Yeah, dude, I'm just logging on. What the hell's a clavicle?
Oh, that's right here. Here's a clavicle. Like the bone,
okay.
The bone right here.
Now
here? Add this new one, Joe. I'm gonna turn off my cell phone.
Okay. Now, where would you? Now, Pat or Tom, where would you want to be buried at? You gonna be buried at Rittman?
Actually, most of my family is buried in Holy Cross over there in Brook Park.
Okay.
You want to know? You don't want to know where I would be buried at?
Where's that?
Looks like you're already buried there, Pat.
You want to ask me?
Right there.
Yeah, Joe, add this new one so I can shut off this damn cell phone.
Where do you want to be buried, Pat?
I'm gonna be tossed into the ocean.
Oh, buried at sea, like Bin Laden.
I thought he already said buried at sea with liberal strippers or something. Isn't that what you guys already established?
Now, when you say tossed into the ocean, are we talking like pushed off a ship or catapult? No, Pat went away.
Pat just died off. Oh, RJ wants to be frozen in carbonite like Han Solo. Now that you could sell me on. You could really sell me on that. Now the problem I had with cryogenics is that they cut your head off and freeze your head. I want my whole body frozen. I don't want just my head frozen. Okay. Remember Austin Powers?
Mm-hmm.
When they froze the whole body, I want like that. Cornflow's back. Oh, there we go. Oh, damn.
I told you
chewing tobacco. Wasn't chewing tobacco.
Hey, Hank, you want to make an appearance, bud?
Is that a cat?
This is a big ass cat.
Man, how much does that cat weigh, dude? Emily wrote, "My ashes will be let go into a tornado." Oh, that's a good one. Now say in the future they make cremation mandatory out of funeral space. That might be possible, and we're gonna have a change of shift. And you could have your ashes spread somewhere. Where would you want them spread?
Probably Lake Erie.
Spread Lake?
Yeah.
I would have them spread in the cafeteria bathroom down the basement.
Wait, if you wanted your ashes spread after you were cremated, where do you want them spread?
Yeah, in the federal building.
Probably freaking Indianapolis Motor Speedway, not even close.
Right at the brickyard?
You would just be in.
Hell yeah! How can you say anything different?
You'd be the dust on the speedway that people would cough up.
Put away this steering rig.
I think, I mean, I went for a while. I wanted to be, I don't know if this is really ethical, but I wanted to be like stuffed like a taxidermist. You know what I mean? Like,
Can they legally do that?
I don't know. I like in Asia, they probably would. I don't think they would do it here because they're idiots here. Can't do nothing
Well,
funny.
unless you want to, dude. That's what mommies are.
Mummies, yeah.
Mummies.
You don't want to be a freaking mummy.
Ooh, that's what I didn't think about. Mummification. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Or what if they could clone you?
I would 100% do that. Just give samples of my blood and
No,
sperm.
that'd be illegal.
There was a guy or a chick who did this. What she did, her and her husband was like in Marines or Army, something like that. And he saved a bunch of sperm samples and he got blown away. He died in the war. And she went out and got pregnant by the thing. So it was like after the guy died, she had the baby.
Okay.
Kind of unusual.
Funny, no,
That's just in vitro.
Right. But I mean, after somebody's passed away, though, that's quite unusual. I mean, usually the dad's still alive when the baby's born. One bar spine. All right. So what would you say is going to be your ultimate final legacy, or what would you want your ultimate final legacy to be? Let's start with Joe Gorenflow. What do you think, buddy?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No.
My legacy.
I don't know. I guess I try to say I was just a good dad, and I was kind of a patron for rare disease, but honestly, really anymore, I probably haven't really been, but as much as I should be. But yeah, I mean that's about it, honestly.
Okay.
Like the Joe Gorenflow.
What about you, Tom? What do you think your ultimate legacy will be?
I would like to make enough money where I could just be like a philanthropist and just like give money away. And,
Oh, you're talking about life goals, Tom. That's different. That's not.
No, that's what your legacy would be.
and I want to be remembered to like, where you nowadays you hear Warren Buffett is like giving away like 90% of his net worth or whatever.
The old Rockefeller, yeah.
Bill Gates is giving away almost all of his money. Rockefeller, basically these guys that did like great things by the end of their life, and they're still known for, I guess, being good guys. But
What about Tom? Would you want to be like president of the United States or anything?
I have no ambitions to live that kind of life.
I have political ambitions for sure. And next week on the show, we're gonna have a special guest who was in the political arena. He might have been a guy who ran for governor last time in the Ohio gubernatorial race. Maybe he came in third. Look him up. He's gonna be on the show next week. Travis Green, I think his name is. Watch it. It'll be fucking awesome.
But yeah, we like
he did. Murph wrote "Do every pig at Lido's." Oh, Lido's is so like people only go there ironically. Like nobody goes to Lido's like as a thing.
Let's go there. This would be funny,
right? Let's go to Lido's because we're drunk and it sounds gross. Let's get our friend a nasty lap dance from that fucking disgusting stripper over there.
Are we can go during at night? No, 2 p.m.
What's
That's the day crew.
What are you guys even talking about?
Lido's is, I think, a strip club.
You've been to Lido's,
Are
Joe?
you talking about Camel Toes?
Where the hell's Lido's?
Camel
You've been to
Toes?
Lido's? Remember we went to Lido's on 117 Lorraine right there across from Giant Eagle?
Oh, that's what that place is called?
Yeah, one night we almost got in a fight with.
I don't think it was called Lido's though, dude.
Yeah, that's Lee. Remember me, you, and Watson went to Lido's, and we went to that biker bar, and I almost got a fight with like 4 people.
Yeah, because fucking Darnell wanted to go to that place.
Darnell, I remember Darnell.
It's called Camel Toe.
Shouts to Darnell if you're listening. He has Darnell's a good follow on Facebook. He's quite entertaining.
We need to get him on the show too. We need to get Darnell and Joe on the show at the same time.
Right. Oh, dude, one of these days we got to get some of these Facebook guys on to come on the show and just fucking.
Dude,
debate.
I told you to get that fucking Rick Yorko on, and you won't do it.
We'll see. I don't know if he's a real guy or a conglomeration of a bunch of bots. RJ wrote, "My legacy will be my podcast. It could be broadcast for eternity." Honestly, this show will kind of be our legacy. I mean, it's not. I mean, unless YouTube goes out of business, and I don't really see that happening. We're gonna be on the air forever, out in space, man.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to like. I wish nowadays I could go back and see like my grandparents or my great grandparents in some sort of form, where they're just talking to some, because we've got old pictures, but
Yeah, that's it, man.
Right. Like our grandkids will watch these shows and be like, man, not all the time, but I'm sure if they're still out there, like, hey, check out my granddad when he interviewed Peter McNeely back in the day, blah, blah, blah. This was cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
well, hopefully.
Who the fuck Peter McNeely is probably going to be what he says.
Here's great grandpa Joey with his big fat cat.
Oh, was he the guy who made all those edibles and started out that cool business, transformed America? That's awesome. All right, Pat, before we go, what's your legacy going to be, buddy? Pat, are you still here, buddy?
My legacy is going to be, what's my legacy going to be?
Yeah.
Hello?
What's your legacy going to be?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Just the best damn dude you ever met. Just my legacy is going to be the best damn dude you ever met in your life. Never a dull moment when I'm around. Always a story, whether it's good or bad. I don't make anything. I make everything. It's never boring when I'm around. That's my legacy.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank everybody for joining us this week. I'd like to thank Joe Gordflow for joining us. Thank Don for coming out for half a second.
Yeah, guys, hell,
Don,
I told in comments, add me to Facebook, guys. I'm friends with Joe.
Yeah, if you're out there, you want to add Joe Gordflow on Facebook.
Yeah, give me an ad.
He's a good.
I don't really post a lot, but I've been commenting on Joe's stuff. But yeah, hell, give me an ad, man. I added Tom. Tom's name popped up. I'm like, hell yeah. Tom's a good dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell motherfucking yeah. But yeah, join us next week. We're going to have Travis Green on from his Libertarian candidate for governor in Ohio 2018. Still working on another couple guests. We're probably going to do some political stuff next week. Maybe we'll see what's up. But
wait, he's coming on your podcast? On this podcast?
Yeah, he's going to be live next Friday.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Moving up. He got 1.87% of the vote last election, man. I'm going to pick his brain a little bit. Because I got this itch. I got an itch, man, to run for office, and this guy, he follows the same fucking track, so it's gonna be a good follow. Anyways, and listen, guys, if you're out there and you have not subscribed, hit that bell. If you hit the bell, you get notified when we go on the air. And please,
ding, 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 ding.
Everybody out there too, please tell your friends to subscribe to the goddamn show, because nobody's subscribed in like 3 weeks. Our watch hours are through the roof, but nobody's subscribing at all. And if you want the show to be better, we need more subscribers. I know it sounds like pandering. That's the way fucking YouTube is. I can't help it. That's just the way YouTube goes. So join us next week and every Friday. Pat, take us home, baby.
Every Friday at 9:30, we invite you to get infected.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Later.
Later.
Bye.